Well, hi everybody. Again, let's talk about the markets here. Very interesting. Wednesday again, and then Thursday expiry comes, and then we are going to talk about October series. So the first question is, what is happening to Nifty? Is Nifty actually going to fall below 9,700? No. Is Nifty going to cross 10,000? No. So the answer implies that at present, the next 2 days, the data is telling you the next 2 days perhaps markets are all set for a range bound trading. Traders actually have put very heavy bets for a floor around 9,700 both in September and October series. So if you're strategizing at present looks good at 9,700 perhaps is what best the markets could fall. So it remains buy on dips, number one. Number two, the question comes is if the DI flows, SIPs, they all are very strong, can Nifty actually cross 10,000, go higher again? I think at present data is not telling you, but because we will approach the result season, things could change once we start actually trading in the October series. So far, I think what is more important is that at least the floor is quite visible unless and until something really negative geopolitical thing happens. In terms of Bank Nifty, I'm finding it more positive, more stable. 23,800 900 area that has not been tested. And I think Bank Nifty perhaps is going to move higher. There is a positive bias there because of rollovers and all that sort of data points. It's looking decent. Now, the third point would be that where was the buying seen yesterday? It was being seen in tobacco stocks, gold refillers, VST industries. But I think ITC also is just a matter of time. ITC will start moving up. There are some brokerage upgrades on ITC. Perhaps there is some positive flip also. So I think if you are looking for playing something on really on a value basis, I think ITC is a very good area. You should look at it. Number two would be housing finance. A lot of stocks in housing finance were seeing good traction. Grow Finance, India Post, Divan Housing, you name it. And the housing finance stock would have seen some volume there. Watch that space, looking quite interesting there. Auto stocks, ancillaries, we know TVS Motors I talked about a couple of days back. Then again, Hero Motors seeing some sort of action. Motherson Sumi, in fact, saw very good long formations yesterday. So again, that area is looking really good and really hot. Chemicals again, my personal favorite. Again, Make Money Organics, Vinti Organics. A lot of movement in the chemical space. Again, that's looking red hot. Good sort of delivery buying happening there. Pharma stocks in particular, good rollovers happening. Glenmark, very strong positive rollovers. Again, that mid-cap pharma basis is looking really good. Yesterday, a lot of long formations, a lot of buying was happening there. One sector which you should be watching out. Retail sector, perhaps demand valuations would have basically been very hard for deciphering for you. Also, I think it was very hard for me to decipher. Um, DMart actually, the valuation has crossed 70,000 market crore cap. You would argue that yes, the lowest cost retailer, of course, the long term growth in terms of retail consumption is very bright. Fundamentals are good, but then there will be a point when you will think, can't I buy this stock cheaper? Or is the stock pricing in 3 years of growth? Can't I buy any other stock which is cheaper? I think this question should always be asked when you want to buy a stock because your returns actually don't depend on the quality of the stock. They do, but actually they depend more on what price you're buying. So I think that is also very important. So, but still, rub-off effect is always there. Opportunity is always there. So if demand is rallying, obviously the other mid-rung retail stocks can also rally, and also Amazon basically has triggered that sort of valuation premium. So that sector itself is looking quite interesting. Some of the stocks again from the oil pack, Oil India, ONGC. I would think Oil India is looking much more robust because of crude price, Brent crude price around 50 59. ONGC Oil India, in particular, Oil India actually has seen very strong long formations. Perhaps some trading activity is there. Maybe 2 to 4%, some sort of trading activity, positive bias, 362 could be the next resistance. Support could be around 340. Just look at that, but I think just be cognizant, risky because dependent on oil price. Wherever oil price moves, you have to be very swift and nimble. Then again, lastly, if what I want to say is Dilip Bilcon, I think that stock should remain very interesting. I expect them to win a lot of UP tenders. Primarily, it is in stocks and news in all the press reports that it is one of the company which is shortlisted. And again, if you are shortlisted for the UP projects, if you are actually qualified for the technical bids, then it's most likely that you're going to win a good chunk of orders there. It's like being L1 in capital good projects. So I think next stocks, if anything, I like would be graphite. Electrode prices, they have not changed. They remain at high levels, and it's very obvious. Second quarter, third quarter should be very good for them. stock has run up a lot, so look at that with some sort of good opportunity. Overall, markets, I would focus more on stocks rather than being a nifty. I think if it falls, then it's a buying opportunity. If it goes up, it's a selling opportunity till the time the range is respected and maintained. With that, I think keep me posted. I have been receiving some sort of stock queries, some sort of queries around the markets. I'm trying to answer all of them. The time could vary slightly, but yeah, I'm just answering all of them. Keep me posted till then. Have a good day. Take care.